Welcome back to Go With Us, and this is everything you really need to know this week in Pokemon Go from the 22nd of December all the way until the 29th. Let's get straight into our calendar now, and we're actually going to kick off with the ending of the Winter Holiday Part 1 event, which is still going to be running all the way until the 24th, and we will touch on Part 2 in a little bit, but remember, there's going to be increased chance to encounter Shiny Pichu as well as Shiny Cubchoo from 7-kilometer eggs. Try your best to progress through those tiers on your Winter Go Pass as quick as possible, because all the way at Tier 3, you're going to get 50% more XP for winning raid battles, and if you do have the deluxe version, that's going to be 2 times XP for catching Pokemon. Remember to try and get all those shinies for the Winter Attire Sudowoodo, the Charjabug, as well as its evolution with Vikavolt. We do have the wild spawns confirmed now. It's Alolan Vulpix, Swinub, Delibird, Snorunt, Spheal, Snover, and Galarian Darumaka. Of course, we can see the Winter Sudowoodo as well as the Winter Charjabug in the wild. 3-star raids, we're seeing the Winter Attire Sudowoodo, Hisuian Avalugg, as well as the Winter Attire Charjabug. We also have the full list of field research tasks. Catching 10 Pokemon is going to get you 1500 Stardust. Catching 15 Pokemon is going to get you one of the 2 Christmas Pikachus with the Christmas hat. Sending 15 gifts to friends is going to get you an encounter with a Christmas Spheal, and sending 5 gifts to friends is going to get you a Delibird encounter. Delibird is a permanently boosted Stardust Pokemon, granting 500 Stardust per catch, but please remember to stack these in your stack tasks so you can catch them on a 3 times catch or 4 times catch Stardust day. With a star piece running, we're talking about 3,000 Stardust per catch. Huge pro tip here, and a quick reminder for those new avatar items as well in the shop, which is going to be the Charjabug bag as well as the Sudowoodo holiday sweater. Then back to our calendar, every Monday morning at 9 a.m. we will be able to collect our Adventure Sync rewards. We do list this weekly, but just to remind you guys, if you walk 5 kilometers, you're going to get 20 Pokeballs. If you walk 25 kilometers, you're going to get the Pokeballs plus 10 Great Balls as well as 3,000 Stardust. And if you do have an egg slot open, you will get a 5-kilometer egg. And if you don't, you're going to get 3 rare candy as well as 3 silver pineapple berries. If you walk 50 kilometers, you're going to get 10 Great Balls, 20 Pokeballs, 5 Ultra Balls, 10,000 Stardust, as well as a 10-kilometer egg if you do have that egg slot open. So if you do want to get both eggs, you're going to need to have 2 egg slots open on Monday morning at 9 a.m. And if you walk 100 kilometers, you're going to get all of the above, including 20,000 Stardust. If some of you guys don't know what Pokemon will be hatching from those Adventure Sync eggs, and the 5-kilometer eggs, you can get Riolu, Bonsly, Turtoga, Skarmory, and Archen. Riolu is probably your top choice here because of that Mega Lucario. And for the 10-kilometer Adventure Sync eggs, is a really good pool here. We have Dreepy, Beldum, Drampaw, Turtonator, as well as Gibble. All of those Pokemon are either rare or very meta relevant. And just a quick mention for those Mateo 7-kilometer gift eggs, we can get Galarian Corsola, Galarian Slowpoke, Hisuian Sneasel, Hisuian Growlithe, as well as White Stripe Basculin. Back to our calendar again, that's not the only thing happening on Monday, because in the evening from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, 6-7, we have our Dynamax debut of Dmax Spheal coming in for our Max Monday, which of course can go into Dynamax Walrein. If you guys want to know how good this Pokemon really is going to be, unfortunately it is going to be beaten out as an Ice-type Max attacker by things like Gmax Lapras as well as Gmax Glaceon. However, if you don't have those Pokemon and you're looking to try and build some of your Ice-type Dmax attackers, Dmax Walrein could be a decent starting point, but it will definitely be beaten out in the future. If you have a look at its base stats here, they are solid, but that attack value is just a little bit too low for it to be a really good attacker. So overall, if you don't need a better Ice-type attacker, maybe just get it for the Dex. And I'm just going to slot this in here all the way until March the 3rd. So for the entirety of the season, your Research Breakthrough box, which is going to be coming from your 7-day stamps, is going to be awarding you the following Pokemon. Lapras, that 100% CP is going to be 1131. We have Mr. Rhyme in there at an 886 CP for your Hundo. Snorlax is in there at 1382. Dreepy's in there at 328. Honedge is in there at 595 CP for your Hundo, as well as Sinistea at 488 CP. Then let's move into our 5-star raids this week. It looks like Reshiram will be rotated out on the Monday, which is going to be the 22nd, also at 10 a.m. And coming in there is going to be Zekrom, the electric and dragon type legendary Pokemon. Please try and do yourself a favor, and I know this isn't easy, but try and get a Hundo of each of these Pokemon, if not even more, and a couple 98s, because they are brilliant fire and electric type attackers specifically. Just on Zekrom's side very quickly, its max CP is 4565, an attack value of 275, which translates incredibly well because right now as a dragon type attacker with Dragon Breath and Outrage is currently the 28th best, which isn't your kind of main hit, but again, it's as an electric type attacker with Fusion Bolt, which will require an Elite Charge TM. This Pokemon is currently the 7th best electric type attacker in the game, and because it shares that dragon typing, it resists a lot of damage as well, because dragon does resist quite a few types as well. So guys, an incredibly important opportunity to get Zekrom candy as well as XL candy. Please remember to have a Dragon or Mega type Pokemon evolved as well, because you will get more candy as well as XL candy, especially if it's at Mega level 3. Then coming into Mega Raids also on the 22nd is going to be Mega Glalie. And to be honest guys, if we look at Mega Glalie's base stat, that attack value is actually really high. It's a lot higher than I thought it was, especially when I was recording this last week. That translates it to be the 13th best ice type attacker in the entire game, which is really impressive. However, it's so important for me to mention, Mega Glalie does not come around any other time of the year other than this Christmas and winter holiday period. Please do yourself a favor and get it for the Dex entry. Then onto our Shadow Raids for the month of December, we will be able to see Shadow Heatran and Raids, which of course can be shiny. That is going to be a 1 in 20 shiny rate. But please remember guys, with Magma Storm, which will require an Elite Charge TM, this makes Shadow Heatran the 3rd best fire type attacker in the entire game. And it doesn't end there. Even in the Master League, it's got even a little buff recently, where it's currently around the 50th rank in the Master League right now as a Shadow, and even the regular is currently ranked around the 74th position. Back to our calendar again, and on Tuesday the 23rd, the only thing we really need to be wary of is going to be the Spheal Spotlight Hour, which is coming right after that Dmax Monday. On the Monday, guys, please remember, if you are into PvP, Celio in its regular form, as well as in its shadow form, and even Walrein in the Ultra League, guys, is incredibly good. The regular is currently sitting around the 20th spot, and the shadow is also just behind that in the 22nd spot with Icicle Sphere, which will require an Elite Charge TM. It is the Calm Day move. But guys, this is such a brilliant Pokemon to use because it does apply so much shield pressure. So if you really are into PvP, this is not a Spotlight Hour you want to miss. On top of that as well, if you do Mega Evolve Ice or Water type Pokemon, you could get a lot of candy as well to potentially power up your PvP Walrein or Celio. But more than that, you can get the candy for your Dmax Walrein if you do get a good one. So it's kind of a double win there. Then moving on to 24th, which is going to be the Wednesday, Christmas Eve, we have the start of the Winter Holiday Part 2 event, which is going to be very interesting, guys. It ends all the way on the 29th, but the event bonuses here is that we can catch event-themed Pokemon, specifically costume Pokemon, that may reward items such as fast TMs, charge TMs, silver pineapple berries, golden raspberries, as well as rare candy. We will also get increased chance to encounter shiny Winter Stantler wearing that holiday outfit, as well as shiny Dedenne, which is going to be the new costume for Christmas. Both of these shinies look absolutely incredible. And don't forget about your Winter Go Pass again. Try and progress through these tiers as quickly as possible so you can really reap the rewards. It also brings about the new Pokemon Go debut of Rolycoly, which is an amazing Pokemon coming straight out of Paldea. Rolycoly is a fire and rock type Pokemon which can evolve into Carkol using 25 candy, and finally into Coalossal using 100 candy. Coalossal is actually a really good Pokemon in the VGC games. However, guys, I was so upset to see this, but if we have a look at Coalossal's base stats, its attack value is just far too low, as well as that max CP, so I don't think this Pokemon is going to be a really good raid attacker at all. It could have some play in PvP, although the rock and fire typing, similar to something like Magcargo, for example, because it does share the same typing, it's just not going to translate, I don't think, that well. But that stamina defensive stat is pretty strong, so let's see what happens. But overall, this Pokemon is a very sick looking Pokemon. Remember to get it for the Dex. Spawning in the wild, we can see more ice type Pokemon, but they are going to be introducing Galarian Darumaka, Bergmite, Citadel, as well as some of those other spawns we did mention in the Winter Holiday Part 1 event. And of course, we may even encounter Dedenne with that holiday attire, which can come with the shiny in the wild, as well as Rolycoly, which is very cool. It looks like those 7-kilometer eggs are going to be the same. We're just going to run through them again. Pichu wearing the festive hat, Smoochum, Cubchoo wearing the holiday ribbon, Cryogonal, as well as Snom. We do have new featured raids going down. In 1-star raids, we can get a Alolan Sandshrew, Galarian Darumaka, as well as Rolycoly in there. And 3-star raids, we can see Galarian Mr. Mime, Sudowoodo wearing the holiday attire, as well as Charjabug wearing the holiday attire. And just to link this to the Go Pass as well, it seems like they have introduced something a little bit sneaky here, but is very good. Because of the Christmas theme, guys, we have seen some incredible rewards, especially when it comes to rare candy coming from 5-star raids. I actually did see a trainer who got like 40 rare candy in one 5-star raid, which is absolutely incredible. So don't sleep on getting through these tiers. Some of the relevant Pokemon in the wild are going to be that Galarian Darumaka going into Galarian Darmanitan. That is going to be one of your better ice type attackers in the game, and the same thing for Bergmite going into Avalugg, as well as Citadel going into Citidon. All of these Pokemon from a budget point of view are going to serve you very well in the ice type category, so try and get hundos, potentially even the shinies for those Pokemon too. But the other thing that is going to be taking place on Wednesday the 24th from 6 to 7 p.m. local time will be your Zekrom Raid Hour. We have already told you this Pokemon's base stats, how good it is, and what its rankings are. Even in the Master League right now, it is ranked incredibly well. So guys, because it's a raid hour, make make sure to hit as many raids as possible because you may get that hundo, but again, you really want to try and chase that candy as well as XL candy for your hundo Zekrom when you do eventually get it. That Winter Holiday Part 2 event is going to be taking us through the week, but guys, do not forget about the hidden Winter Weekend event, which is going to be bringing about shiny boosts for shiny Eevee wearing the holiday hat. How this is going to work is that just for these 2 days, the event bonuses is that there's going to be no daily limit for how many Go points on your Go Pass you can potentially earn. You may even be at tier 100 already, but that's not the point, guys, because along with that, there is going to be bonus daily quests for your Go Pass 2, which could bring about more rewards. There's going to be free timed research opportunity available, where the timed research is going to award us the following, which is going to be XP, Stardust, as well as encounters with a boosted shiny Eevee wearing the holiday hat. This is an absolutely brilliant shiny, and I believe this Eevee can evolve. If I have this correct, I'm pretty sure it can. Maybe it can't. Please don't take my head off if I am wrong. I'm pretty sure it does though. And remember, if you guys want to know the 100% IV, and please take a screenshot coming from timed research, which is going to be the same as field research, is going to be 459 CP. That is going to be your guaranteed hundo, so you could have a really good chance at a shundo. And just a couple miscellaneous tips that you want to be remembering throughout the season. Remember, we are in the Precious Pass season, which will give you 1 additional special trait per day. So you can make 2 special traits per day. Guys, in a week, that's 14 special traits. Do not sleep on that. A special trait includes a legendary Pokemon or a shiny Pokemon. Remember, you cannot trade a mythical Pokemon, so it doesn't count there. It's going to be increased Stardust for the first catch of your day every single day. And of course, there will be an increased friendship bonus damage in raid. If you are raiding with best friends, you will be getting the max damage. But while we are talking about friends, do not forget as well is that the remote trading update has officially gone live, so you can potentially become forever friends with your friends. Remember, you need to interact 90 times in order to get that, but if you do complete the weekly challenge, you can get an additional 7 to try and speed up this process. Once you have completed the 90 interactions, you will be able to make that remote trade where you can offer up 3 Pokemon. Each trainer can offer up 3 Pokemon. You make the choice, and eventually you will get 48 hours to confirm that trade once your choices have been selected. What we've actually done, if you haven't seen this video already, is that we've done the full breakdown of the Part 1 event, which we will leave as the end screen. As soon as the Part 2 go live, we will replace that end screen with the Part 2, so you can get everything you really need to know about that event in terms of what to go after, the spawns, targets, so on and so forth. All right, guys, love you so much. Go with us. Please smash that like and subscribe button. We packed this video for you, and to be honest, January has just been released and it is looking boss. That video is coming in a few days. I'm really excited for January. I think 2026 is going to be huge for Pokemon Go, and it's going to be huge for Go With Us, baby. See you in the next one.